Good evening and welcome to the 136th commencement exercise at Johnstown High School and our first virtual commencement ceremony. Class of 2020, you have missed out on so many senior events that are widely considered to be rites of passage for seniors. But tonight, I don't want to focus on the things that you've missed out on. Rather, I'd like to focus on your accomplishments, the memories you've made as students at Johnstown, and the bright futures that lie ahead of so many of you. You all deserve a great deal of credit for the sacrifices you have made in an effort to help others. I hope through all of this you have come to appreciate more deeply your family, your friends, and living in such a wonderful and supportive community. When you missed out on important events, these are the people who rallied behind you in an effort to make you feel valued and supported. I would like to thank all of the volunteers who served on our graduation planning committee. It was humbling to work with a committee that was committed to planning a memorable, meaningful, and safe graduation experience. I would like to thank all of the parents and families for sharing your children with us and allowing us to teach them. I would like to thank the entire Johnstown Monroe Local School District for the impact you've had on each of these graduates. I would like to thank this wonderful community for always supporting our students. And finally, I would like to thank the seniors for being such an amazing group of young men and women. It has been an absolute privilege serving as your high school principal. Graduates, I'm sorry that your year ended like it did. I hope that you're able to find lessons during this pandemic and school closure that make you better people. I have certainly learned to try not to take so many things for granted. Something as simple and before unquestionably certain as face-to-face interactions with students on a daily basis shouldn't be taken for granted. But I also challenge you not to let this singular event define you or your K-12 educational experience. You all have accomplished so much and have so much left to accomplish. As I think about this pandemic and how it has affected your senior year, I look at it as your first major test of resolve and sacrifice for the greater good, and you have exceeded all reasonable expectations. Class of 2020, congratulations. I hope that you enjoy this virtual ceremony, and I wish you the best of luck. At this time, please stand for the invocation by Senior Class Vice President, Mr. Luke Clark, and remain standing for the playing of the National Anthem by Double Q under the direction of Miss Brianna Warner, Choir Director, and the Pledge of Allegiance led by Mr. Luke Clark.
If you so choose, would you please bow your head with me in prayer? Dear Father in heaven, Lord, we thank you for the opportunity to stand together on this day of celebration. We thank you for the years of guidance and deliverance you so graciously gave to us. We could have never accomplished what has been done without you and your never-ending love. We know you will always guide our feet towards the path you have set, and we ask for protection, strength, and your wisdom as we move to this new chapter in our lives. We ask for the ability to be a light to guide and support others, and to be encouragement wherever you take us. Again, we just thank you for this amazing opportunity to share this moment with everyone who has come to witness these fellow graduates and myself step out of this stage of life and into the next. Please protect us as we head home our separate ways, and remind us that we will always be together as brothers and sisters. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, of the brave.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Luke. At this time, would you please bow your head in a moment of silence for those loved ones who are not with us this evening? Thank you. At this time, it is my pleasure to share a special message to the class of 2020 from the Johnstown staff. Members of the class of 2020, we know that this year has been particularly tough for you.
You are living through challenges few have ever witnessed or endured.
These challenges have cost you memories like musical performances and spring sports seasons,
prom and senior spirit week,
award ceremonies and graduation.
While you have been denied some of these moments,
you will still be leaving with the memories of
Friday night football games,
district championships,
dominating class cheers at pep rallies,
academic competitions,
ice cream sundae teachers,
and a band trip to Chicago,
and the love and support of community
who wants to see you succeed.
Your high school career is ending with the strongest, most important lesson you could confront.
You are the future.
And what you do will lead our world in the years to come.
You have already been abruptly confronted with that reality.
But you have risen in the face of adversity.
The class of 2020 has led with the sacrifices they made to save the lives of our community members.
And you will become the first responders who continue to build unity.
The class of 2020 has led with the creativity they found to celebrate each other.
And you will become the artists that relay our unified humanity in the future.
The class of 2020 has led with the resilience they developed when asked to endure through hardship.
And you will become our nation's defenders of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
The class of 2020 has led with the love they showed to protect the most vulnerable of our communities.
And you will become the caretakers and teachers of future generations.
The class of 2020 will be known for the future they will pave with.
Empathy, dignity,
and strength.
While our current situation has denied you many traditional rites of passage that seniors experience,
your graduating class will stand alone in the memory of hundreds of millions of people.
This is your moment in history.
Leaders are not able to choose their time in history.
Instead, they choose to rise at their given time.
This is your moment to rise.
And lead us into the future.
The class of 2020 could not have graduated under normal circumstances.
History has not allowed it.
Rather, the class of 2020 rises and demands that they will never be forgotten.
Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations, graduates. We are so proud of you.
Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations, graduates.
On behalf of everyone at Johnstown Monroe Local School District, I would like to wish you congratulations and the best of luck. Job well done.
Please turn your attention to the chorale under the direction of Miss Brianna Warner as they present a special musical selection.
Come back in
Thank you, Ms. Warner and Corral. The students of Johnstown High School are incredibly fortunate to have access to a wide range of scholarships and awards, many of which are fully funded and supported locally and available only to Johnstown High School students. At this time, I would like to call your attention to the graduation program inserts that describe the local scholarships and awards and also list the scholarship and awards received by each senior. On behalf of our senior class and the Johnstown Monroe Local School District, I would like to thank everyone who has either contributed to one of these scholarships or awards or who has in any way helped make them possible. Your generosity is sincerely appreciated. With that said, it is my privilege to announce that the scholarship and grant total for the class of 2020 has set the Johnstown High School record at $2,086,450. At this time, we would like to recognize the senior members of the National Honor Society. Luke Clark, Haley Cook, Hannah Cook, Joshua Cook, Abigail Gibson, Rachel Hobbs, Grace Kenny, Molly Christich, Alicia Mertz, Kennedy Moody, Hunter Nickel, Sophia Saar, Olivia Souter, Rachel Seymour, Courtney Spangler, Daria Solkovskaya, Ashley Tabor, Kylie Terry, Corey West, and Ainsley Work. We would also like to mention a special thank you to Mrs. Polly Prouty for her time and dedication that she has given as the advisor of the National Honor Society. At this time, I would like to recognize our students who attended CTEC. Logan Dunlap, Brianna Farmer, Isaiah Gully, David Muchler, Allison Peck, Peyton Smith, and Joshua Wood. At this time, I would like to recognize our students who are entering the military. Lauren Hurt, United States Air Force. Vladislav Kovtunenko, United States Navy. And Blake Tennant, United States Army. The following students are graduating with a 3.5 GPA or above. Mackenzie Andricks, Taylor Armstrong, Autumn Atkinson, London Babs, Reagan Bainey, Kayla Berkeley, Sydney Blair, Cecilia Brooks, Haley Bunner, Brendan Channel, Joshua Cordell, Stuart Davis, Alicia First, Justin Flora, Hayden Garland, Brandon Haley, Daniel Hilliard, Danielle Hinkle, Alexandria Huggins, Lauren Hurt, Connor Johnson, Vladislav Kovtunenko, Madison Lester, Elena Mankins, Lily Mast, Elise McClelland, Dalen Merkel, Isabella Moulton, Ashley Rankin, Sydney Rankin, Bailey Rokas, Matthew Sayer, Luke Schlagheck, Bryce Schaub, Grace Slater, Courtney Spangler, Heather Stump, Blake Tennant, Brooke Thompson, and Jack Veal. The following students will be graduating with a 4.0 GPA or better. Luke Atwood, Chase Brown, Hope Campbell, Luke Clark, Joshua Cook, Haley Cook, Hannah Cook, Austin Deco, Baljit Dillon, Derek Foe, Abigail Gibson, Ryan Helmke, Reagan Helmke, Claire Hendren, Rachel Hobbs, Grace Kenny, Molly Christich, Charles McMillan, Alicia Mertz, Kennedy Moody, Hunter Nickel, Ryan Pascaletti, Hannah Rose, Sophia Saar, Olivia Souter, Laura Schaefer, Rachel Seymour, Daria Solkovskaya, Ashley Tabor, Kylie Terry, Corey West, and Ainsley Work. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Miss Haley Nicole Cook to give the Valedictorian Address.
Good evening and welcome. Today we are graduating. This marks a monumental and pivotal point in our lifetimes. We will no longer spend our days trying and trying again to understand biology and geometry, and inevitably failing. We are no longer navigating the complex social life high school presents. We are no longer high school students. We are high school graduates. However, we would not be here today if not for our families and faculty members. My family has been a rock for me over the years, just as the families of all the graduates this year. They let us believe we can do anything, even when our dreams seem impossible. Our families have fueled our desire to make it to this moment, and for that we thank you. Too many times we have been overcome with schoolwork and outside stressors, but every night we came home to shoulders to cry on. They have comforted us when the world feels anything but stable, and for that we thank you. Not only have our families and loved ones supported and cherished us, they have molded us into the amazing and exceptional people we are today. Our personalities and unique qualities are something to be proud of. Thank you. We also need to remember our extended and adopted families. Although our teachers are not family by blood, they were able to manifest a feeling of a home away from home. The aroma of support and confidence shrouding us was felt and deeply appreciated, and for that we thank you. Without the guidance of those who have taught us calculus, Spanish, and more, we would not be here today. If not for your words of wisdom and encouragement when things seem bleak, we would not have had the motivation to work hard and achieve. And for that we thank you. Words cannot express the gratitude we as students have for you and the friendships and bonds we have formed with you throughout the past 4 years. We hold the utmost respect for you and what you do. Truly, thank you. Now that we have acknowledged the people who have made this possible, we must give credit to ourselves. We made it. We passed all of our classes, aced all of our exams, and now we are here. We're about to end a 13-year journey within the span of a couple hours. We'll walk up, get a single sheet of paper, and high school will be over. We're about to feel a cascade of emotions, positive and negative, within the span of seconds, minutes, and hours. However, the most important sensation you will feel is the feeling of nervousness. I am nervous, and I know that stating this is the cardinal sin of giving a speech, but in this instance, it is very important. Not only am I nervous to stand here and deliver the speech, I am nervous about our futures and what this ceremony symbolizes. This symbolizes our final transition to adulthood, and that is scary, very scary. But if we reflect on all of our big moments from the past 13 years, nerves play a vital role. Our journey begins in kindergarten. If you were anything like me as a child, school was terrifying. Not only would we have to be away from our moms and dads for 3 long, miserable hours, we would have to go for a whole year. Even thinking about kindergarten made us cry and scream, but we had to do it. We took our nerves and went to school. The first day we may have cried and wanted to pee our pants. A few of us may have, but we finished the day. We faced our fear and accomplished the insurmountable feat of going to school. We were on top of the world until we weren't. Elementary school consisted of 5 years of our education. 5 years of change, development, adaptation, and yes, nerves. We went from 3 hours of schooling to a horrifying 7 hours away from our parents. Starting out in a new school with big kids was nerve-wracking. Everyone was so much taller than us. We had to meet so many new people, and sadly, we no longer had nap time. We now had to take spelling tests, learn simple math skills, and participate in group reading. It was exhausting. I thought it would never end, but it did, and we all overcame our fears and succeeded. Throughout each passing year in elementary, we all felt a varying degree of fear and anxiety, but ultimately, we controlled these feelings and made new friends and obtained more knowledge. Then, we had to start all over. Middle school was the longest 3 years of our lives. Middle school could only be characterized as the awkward phase. Everyone had a varying degree of acne, uncontrollable sweating, frizzy hair, and braces. The most horrifying thing about middle school, however, was the uniforms, the knee-length khakis and polo shirts. 6th grade was the year of nerves. We had to deal with letter grades, falling up and down the stairs, dress coding, and 8th graders. As the years progressed, our worries faded away, and we became comfortable. We may have felt a little apprehensive, but nothing compared to the first year. We traveled to our nation's capital without our parents, tried out for sports teams, and performed solos in choir and band. All these moments had the ever-so-familiar feeling of butterflies, but again, we did it. We overcame. High school was the last stop down memory lane. We started at the bottom again, but after 2 other times of feeling this way, it was a little less scary. We soon made friends with upperclassmen, joined clubs and sports teams, and danced our way through 3 years. Our freshman, sophomore, and junior years had their fair share of nervous moments. All of our sports teams felt a varying degree of nerves when playing in their tournament games. All of our band and choir members felt a rush of nerves right before performing. We all felt scared and uncertain about upcoming tests. Like the years prior, we passed and made it to the final year, our senior year. Our senior year started out idyllic. Our boys basketball team and volleyball team both were district champions. Our band and choirs both received wins at contest. However, the year soon turned unpredictable. We were dropped into the middle of a worldwide pandemic with no answers on how long it would last or what the last few months of our senior year would be like. This uncertainty brought with it questions about our future and where it would take us. Well, it brought us here to this moment. Although we are facing one of the greatest tragedies of our generation, we have been able to overcome adversity and plan our futures. We're going to college, joining the workforce, and enlisting in the military. Although our futures are in the balance right now, and the thought of moving away and starting anew is nerve-wracking, the past 13 years highlights that we can do it. The nervous feeling you feel right now is okay. Without nerves, we would be comfortable. Being comfortable does not lead to change and personal growth. We all have new and exciting experiences waiting for us. Modern poet D. Antoinette Foy states that we need to step into these experiences with butterflies in our bones. With a nervous feeling so beautiful, we know we're doing something right. We all need to embrace our butterflies and realize this feeling only symbolizes new beginnings. Without them, we would remain stagnant and waiting for others to make a difference. We should all be nervous. I know I am. Thank you.
At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Joshua Matthew Cook to give us the Salutatorian Address.
First, I would like to thank all of the faculty members, family, and friends who have all helped us, the class of 2020, to get where we are today. Your support and guidance have made large impacts on all of our lives. The friendships and relationships we have created with each and every one of you will be remembered and cherished for the years to come. I am proud to be recognized as the salutatorian for the class of 2020. I unluckily live in the same house as the valedictorian. Therefore, being second in the class just doesn't mean being salutatorian. It means being second in the family, and trust me, Haley will never let me forget this. The competition to be valedictorian started freshman year for Haley and I. We were and still are very competitive. From family board games to pickup basketball games, neither of us wants to lose. Many times throughout high school, I debated whether or not I should sabotage her grade in some way. I never did, but now that today is here, maybe I should have. The reason I am telling you this story is both of us set goals for ourselves. Now, I didn't achieve my goal of being named valedictorian, but when I look back and think of all the work I put in to trying to achieve my goal, I do not regret any of it because I was able to learn many new skills and lessons through my efforts. Now, I know everyone's high school experience is different, but we all gained something out of these last 4 years. From memories to lessons to friendships, high school has given us something we can look back on and remember, especially at this moment in time when it is all coming to an end. But as we look back on our 13-year journey, there are some memories and lessons I feel like I need to point out. Our football team making it to the state championship, Mr. Barnhard getting ice cream toppings poured all over him, the legendary class chant competition that went on forever, which my voice is still recovering from. The transition into our new high school, prom, homecoming, diplomacy in Mr. Huffman's class where friendships were strained by war, the projector mysteriously turning off at Mount Vernon Nazarene University, and finally hanging out with all my classmates and friends. Along with these memories, we learned many life skills and lessons in high school, lessons like time management, the value of hard work, prioritization, and adaptation. No matter what the future holds for each member of our graduating class, all of these lessons are going to be vital for us moving forward in our lives. Even if you would not like to admit it, high school has helped us all in some way. In the future, we will likely never have to write an algebraic proof or a paper on the theme of To Kill a Mockingbird, but I guarantee all of us at some point will have to work in a group setting and communicate with an authority figure. Therefore, I truly believe high school has given us a good base for us to build upon in these next few years. Just like high school, every one of our experiences will be different moving forward. Some of us will attend college, some of us will join the military, and some of us will join the workforce. Even though we will all be going our separate ways, we will all share the memories and lessons we took from Johnstown Monroe High School. Remember to use these lessons and strive for your goals, no matter how high they may seem. I strove to be valedictorian, and I came up short, but my life has improved because of it. Set a goal and strive for it. You might not reach it, but on the way up, you might open up new opportunities that may have never been there before. Thank you.
It is my privilege to announce that the following members of the class of 2020 of Johnstown Monroe High School have met all of the requirements needed for graduation as prescribed by the Johnstown Monroe Local School Board of Education and the Ohio Department of Education. Mackenzie Paige Andrix. Taylor Danielle Armstrong. Tyler William Arter. Autumn Grace Atkinson. Luke Braden Atwood. London Marie Babs. Reagan Renee Linden. Kayla Michelle Berkeley. Casey James Blackburn. Sydney Mae Blair. Hope Taya Campbell. Luke Allen Clark. Haley Nicole Cook. Hannah Michelle Cook. Joshua Matthew Cook. Joshua Michael Cordell.
Our next graduate is Wyatt Eli Danfloss.
Stuart James Davis. Austin Timothy Deco. Baljit Singh Dillon. Adrian Duarte Alcantara. Jeffrey Lewis Dyer.
Our next graduate is Brianna Nicole Farmer.
Alicia Rose Hurst. Justin Richard Flora. Derek Allen Foe. Daniel Reed Garcia. Hayden William Garland. Abigail Renee Gibson. Daniela Alejandra Graham. Corey Lynn Green. Isaiah Stephen Gully. Mason Waltz Hayden. Ryan Ann Helmke. Claire Elise Hendrick. Daniel Shane Hilliard. Danielle Rizpa Hinkle. Rachel Dawn Hobbs. Alexandria Grace Huggins. Lauren Olivia Hurt. Meg Irwin. Brandon Lee Jensen. Connor Timothy Johnson. Autumn Renee Jones. Kelvin Emil Jones. Liam Austin Kelly. Grace Elizabeth Kenny. Vladislav Yurgevich Kovtunenko. Ethan Samuel Kratzky. Molly Lee Kristen.
Chloe Ann LaFollette.
Madison Ray Lester. Bailey Nicole Linger. Kristen Mankins. Garrett Lee Mason. Lily Rochelle Mast. Elise Michelle McClellan. Charles James McMillan. Dalen Brianne Merkel. Alicia Lynn Mertz. Isabella Angelique Moulton. Kennedy Lee Moody. David Christian Muchler. Hunter Lewis Nickel. Alexis Owusu Boateng. Ryan Richard Pascaletti. Cody Allen Phelps. Ashley Nicole Rankin. Sydney Noel Rankin. Bailey Rose Rokas. Hannah Elizabeth Rose. Sophia Nicole Sarr. Olivia Faith Souter. Matthew David Sayer. Laura Ann Schaefer. Luke Patrick Schlagheck. Rachel Nicole Seaman. Bryce Franklin Shaw. Grace Marie Slater. Peyton Jeremy Smith. Courtney Lee Spangler. Jeffrey Allen Stiles. Trey Ashton Stranges. Heather Eva Stump. Daria Sergeyevna Solkovskaya. Ashley Ann Capron. Blake Scott Tennant. Kylie Sue Terry. Adam Wesley Thomas. Brooke Michelle Thompson. Chase Dylan Van Hoos. Jack William Veal. Nathaniel Ryan Watt. Corey Alexander West.
As the Senior Class Advisor, it is my pleasure to award one of our most prestigious awards to the best citizen for Johnstown High School, as voted on by his fellow classmates. This year's 2020 Best Citizen Award goes to Corey West.
Mark Donta Williams. Joshua Thomas Wood. Ainsley Grace Work. At this time, please stand for the playing of the Alma Mater. At this time, I would like to introduce Senior Class Advisor, Mrs. Tammy Ortman, for the presentation of the Senior Cheer.
Seniors, how do you feel?
At this time, I would like to introduce Senior Class President, Miss Haley Nicole Cook.
On behalf of the class of 2020, I hereby accept these diplomas. Let us rise and turn our tassels together.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. We wish you all the best of luck. At this time, it should be about 8:20 p.m., which is 2020 military time, and we're asking everyone who's watching this virtual ceremony to go outside, honk their horns, and make some noise for the class of 2020.